Very, very lush green out there in the middle. Very, very lush green out there in the middle. And it's bright Saturday morning as well. Perfect conditions for batting. And Elite Warriors, going by their name, they have been elite so far throughout the tournament, being unbeaten in all 4 games they played in the group stages. It is high stakes match for both the teams. Ooh, beauty to start off. A hint of swing moving away, bowling right at the channel there. This is what they would want right away. But you could see there's barely anyone within the 30 yards. It shows the amount of batting prowess that they unfold when they're playing. But this time too much. Maybe too much so that he has bowled way outside the line of off stump. You wouldn't want to give a lot of wide deliveries right here. And on the pads, big shouts, and they raise the finger. Prior to the delivery, too much away, and this time just shaping back right at the middle, all leg stump right there. I'm not too sure that he would be really happy about that, but it will be the first wicket. Irfan Saifi getting the first. An important breakthrough at the semi-finals. As you can see, the swing is just helping the bowler immediately. The new ball, the shine, and we could see the pride to the first delivery, to the wicket delivery especially. It's been going away, away, away. This time was. It's just the line was perfect. He was just hitting stump to stump. Nothing too much about it. Just does. And the Elite Warriors lose their first. And Venkateshwara Reddy is a lone man in the middle waiting for his partner to come. Well, it's pretty interesting with the rules of last man stands, isn't it? I mean, and he's done exactly that. And it's Arif Jamaluddin, a very experienced batter, not only in last man stands, in the national circuit as well, representing in T20s and ODIs. He knows what to do in this type of conditions. And with the way that they've performed Elite Warriors, they couldn't afford to lose one more. Again, and again, just hooking away on the offside. Wonderful bowling there from Irfan Saini. Beg your pardon, Irfan Saifi. And Elite Warriors, the story is 6 for 1. Well, for cricket fans out there who's watching this match, who's wondering why there's no change in the field in terms of the bowling ends, well, that's one of the key rules about this last man stands, which makes it one of the interesting formats. For the first 10 overs, there won't be change in bowling ends. It will be bowling from the same end, which gives a bit of test for the bowler because normally when you have different ends, it will be different type of bounce, different type of areas you would want to target. A normal turf, and which obviously gives the batters to anticipate where the ball is going to come. So it's absolutely crucial for the bowler to find the right areas and attack them. Not giving much room, as you know, in this format, any sort of width is going to be pounds hard. And it will be Alshran Shabir bowling. Well, what a wonderful spinner he is, the left arm orthodox. Always stump to stump, and he has a couple of variations. A very thrifty bowler as well. Keeps his economy very, very slim and tight. And he's been the best bowler so far for FRCC throughout the tournament as well. He's been a threat in the ball and with the bat. That's what he can do. Again, not thinking too much, just attack the stumps. Obviously, in this type of format, the batsman will try to free their arms and try to hit hard as possible. Again, it's good field set for a spinner like him. Obviously, given the threat that he opposes as a bowler, there's always some sort of ball where they can give. There's always there to be hit as a spinner. Obviously, you whether bowl full or short or maybe in the length, it's always giving the advantage to hit as a batter. This time trying to sweep it, misses it. More importantly, it's a wide delivery. Well, unlike the traditional formats of the actual game where you will be bowling six deliveries, in this format there's only five. So chances are limited as a bowler as you have only given five opportunities to show what you are truly capable of. Slight shimmy down the ground. It's always crucial to rotate the strike as what they've done so far has been pretty good. Only one boundary so far and coming off the first delivery as well. Apart from that, it's been slightly on the slower side. That's the end of the over. It was a quick one. A runner ball from Aslan Shab is over. It's 11 for 1 of 2 overs. He's played it straight down the ground. Fielder emerging. That was crisp timing from Arif Jamaluddin right there. Wonderfully struck. That's the second boundary of Elite Warriors innings. Pure class and elegance, just timing well down the ground. Nothing too much about that. A hint fuller and he capitalizes on it. Shouts of two, but they settle just for one. Tournament. These little mistakes could cause any team we have seen in the past in many formats. Oh, that's an inside edge. Irfan Saif has livid with himself. He's in disbelief, but so has the batter. But he takes those free runs as far as they're concerned. It's 21 for 1, and Venkateshwara finds the inside edge. Slightly lucky in that occasion. He was almost clueless on where to play because he almost just stranded right there. Once again, this time he gets the timing and the connection well. Well, I wouldn't say they called it, but again, this subtle little moments in the game would actually give the upper hand, and Elite Warriors have showcased the similar sort of faith they have got. I think they've earned that. Solid technique right there. Dealing with singles at the moment, Elite Warriors. Well, that's the thing that Arslan Shabir is good at. As I mentioned in the beginning, he always tries to contain the runs. That's why he's been a very successful and ideal candidate for a spinner to bowl at the power plays. As a bowler of his caliber, he is able to contain runs with the field constrictions or without. And that's one thing about Arslan here. You could see that in this over. He bowls where the weaknesses of the batters rely on. Trying to play the offside puts it in off, but have a little bit of variation or maybe drop in pace, which don't allow them to free the arms completely and go for the big shots. With that being, and Irfan Saifi's delivery has been dispatched. That will get things rolling for Venkateshwar as he moves to 21 of 12. Incredible batting. Oh, this is what you want in T20 cricket. The maturity and the temperament level that you need. As you can see, the first one where he dispatched, he went with full flow, no stopping anything. And the second one, he just finds the single. This time heaved. Protection in the deep again. Ooh, finds the edge, but a tough catch behind the stumps of the keeper. Brush the gloves of him. That would have been another wicket for FRCC to put them at the driver's seat. Would have seen a chance that down, but it was a tough one. Oh, this one he goes long as he found the distance. Handsomely so. Well, a slightly expensive over there for FRCC as the Elite Warriors move to 42 of 1. Well, the last man stands has been one of the most exciting formats the world introduced by the great Mr. 360 A.B. de Villiers. Well, he's known for playing very fun type of cricket. He plays a very different nuance than anyone we've seen in the world of cricket. Who could not have forgot that fabulous 38 ball century that he scored, the fastest ever ODI century, and that shows why he has come up with this such format. Oh, this time he goes high. He hasn't found the distant fielder underneath, takes the catch, and they could steal a run. This time tries to slog it high, but they couldn't get the wicket. But as things stands, even though the wicket is taken, the non-striker went to the striker's end. So just be one run. It wouldn't be a steal run for two, nonetheless. But Venkateshwara, who's been playing absolutely well, who was in beast mode, has to depart after slogging it high up in the air to catch at mid to find the fielder at mid on. An incredible catch. Shosait Nizamuddin is the new batter for Elite Warriors. 2 wickets already. Oh, finds the inside edge. What a first ball that was to face. Again, luck has favored Elite Warriors. Bowler can't believe it. Another chance. Well, pretty much can't do about it. A low bounce. Try to cut it off. This time goes high. Couple of bounces. But just not able to stop the boundary. So it's back-to-back boundaries to start off for Saint Nizamuddin here. And it's a 50 for Elite Warriors. Upset shot. It's gone up in the air. Straight to the fielder. Trying to steal another run. Tensions rising for both ends. They lose a wicket and they do neither get another run extra. Well, looks like aggression has caused them to lose another one. So Shane Nisamburin, after that electrifying start, he has to depart. It looks like FRCC are on the front foot right here. 3 wickets. Maybe the runs they would have contained if eliminating those unlucky boundaries that they've conceded with the inside edge. Well, if we take a look at the past matches for Elite Warriors, there have been no short of brilliance in terms of the scoring. They've posted a minimum 143, which was their least, and 214 in their very first match as well. Prashant Power, the new batter, just teases the outside edge. And with that, it's an incredible over there. And it's 52 for 3. Well, the top performers for the Elite Warriors so far we've seen is Venkateshwara, Sher Rahmatullah, and Mohammad Arif Jamaluddin, who have led the front in terms of batting and the bowling as well. Well, it will be a bowling change. It will be Hasnat Nisar. We have a spin option being introduced by Frcc. Oh, this one he goes long and he clears the boundary. That's another maximum to add. 1 foot down and he just swept it cleanly, completely relished on. Not the best of welcomes for Hasnat Nisar to the crease, but definitely it would add more confidence in Mohammad Arif Jamaluddin's batting right there. Timing was crisp and the technique was flawless. Shots at 2. Well, any young kid who's watching this match who would want to really improve their batting, you could just watch how Arif Jamaluddin bats. It's very simple. He knows when and where to attack, which sort of delivery. This time swept. It wasn't the cleanest of sweeps, but it just finds the bottom edge. Well, it's slightly surprising that they don't have a protection at deep fine leg yet, because many deliveries have flown that way with couple of inside edges, and this time around bowling on the leg stump, getting swept. It wasn't the cleanest of sweep as well. With the fast outfield, it's always prone to get a boundary as a bowler, and you wouldn't want that. And they have been frustrated due to that, obviously. Well, you see, that's what's making interesting. Is it is the last delivery already, and batting is on the ball. The bowlers are finding very tough to get the wickets. Yet, despite the fall of wickets, you can see that the rotation has been very, very good. This is the type of partnership we need for the coming overs. As things stands, Hasnan Nisar being slightly expensive in the 7th over, and Prashant Pawar scoring 3 of 3. RF Jamaluddin standing tall, scoring 26 of 14. And it's 63 for 3 after 7 overs. Easy double right there. And cuts it away. Again, just playing very simple right here again, once again. This time falls short again, not getting the timing that he wanted. Well, for those who don't know much about the history of this game, it originates from England. This started from 2005, actually. Well, it just almost started out like a casual game playing on the streets, and they found it out. They wanted and pondered how we could make this game much interesting. Well, it's pretty simple that they've made the game contrary to the usual rules of cricket. For the instance of the number of balls being bowled, and the key thing is you would barely see anyone getting triple figures as a man retires after scoring once he scored a 50. So the simply that excitement is not there, but at the same time it gives an equal opportunity for all, not 11 but 8 players in the pitch to score and enjoy the game. Well, that's the story of number 8. It's 68 for 3. Arif Jamaluddin cruising with a wonderful 30 of 17 deliveries. A typical T20 innings that you would want from your top order batsman, and he has done exactly that, delivering on the big stage. Showing, going by the name of their team, an elite innings so far. Well, it will be interesting, and it will be a key test for Hasnat Nisa right here on how is he going to take on with a well set batter. Axis Lang, and this one goes high and handsome. That's the biggest so far we have witnessed there. Firmly, just screamed it at the leg side. Back to back boundaries here. Hasnan Nisar is clueless on where to bowl because anything he's bowling is going to the fence. He has to find a way to put the brakes on the pedal. That's much better from the first two deliveries that he's bowled. Emerging with a second. Oh, it was a close one. Just 9 away. Arif Jamaluddin and from a half century. Prussian Power just playing second fiddle to him, just rotating the strike and giving Arif to play more with freedom. Well, that's a big shout right there. He's almost pleaded the umpire. Couple of loud shouts, and he gets the umpire to raise his finger. It looks straighter than it seems so far, and it will be the 4th wicket. So Nisar, who had been giving, or should I say, leaking runs at the early stages, finds himself with a wicket, contributing for his team. And what a way to end the over with a wicket, and Prashant Power has to depart. So it's 81 for 4 out of India 9 overs. Elite Warriors. Who would have thought that maybe some of the batters could have been slightly patient and bat through the innings. Nonetheless, there are 4 more wickets remaining. Yeah, traveling back to time when the Last Man Stands was founded, it was back in 2005, and the land where cricket was born in London. As you know, Thomas Lord was the first man who found cricket in back in the 18th century when cricket was founded, and that's why home of cricket was named as Lords under his name. And so as goes by Bjorn Briggs and Wayne Grief in 2005, who have found this amateur T20 cricket league, which is more known as a social event, a social cricket game, and now has had a global reach. And here we are witnessing in Malaysia as well. A huge thanks to AB de Villiers, who has made this as a global reach, has in line with the motto play local, go global. So it will be a change in bowling there. Yes. Well, anyone who's watching wondering why there's no long run ups taken by any fast bowlers, it's safe to say in the game that the rule says bowling run ups are maximum of 12 meters or 12 feet from what you take. So minimum of 12 steps of a run up is allowed. More than that, it's considered as a foul. Ooh, that's a beauty. Was fairly straight to see some that delivery just going past the outside edge of Anish. Just tickles it, and there's no fine leg in that region again. A region that has been exploited many times right there, and this one was very full, very straight, using the wrist, just flicking it towards the fine leg region. Another boundary in the over. Oh, that's better. That's better. Well, that's the end of the first half of the first innings in semi-final one. Just 10 away from the triple figures for Elite Warriors. They're 90 for 4. Well, Arif Jamaluddin is onto his personal milestone of 50, which would be expected him to finish in a couple more deliveries, where he would to be forced to retire as per se of the rules of the game. It was a low full toss, and he fetches the fence. What a wonderful half century it is. 50 just of 23 deliveries. It was an enterprising knock from the bat of Arif Jamaluddin. Pure class, elegance, dealing with boundaries for fun. And he walks off the field after a wonderful innings. They could not have asked better from the man who has been shining all tournament. Well, story of number 11. It is 101 for 400 is up for Elite Warriors. That plays in front of square instead. That's a funny thing about the game. When you're setting for that one particular field and when you feel that the batter is playing the other way, it always rankles you as a bowler. Oh, that one kept low and it just went past the outside edge. Good bowling. This is the sort of thing FRCC have not kept consistent. Once they've bowled some really good deliveries and they wouldn't continue and they occasionally put a loose one. And again, this was the carbon copy of a delivery if a batsman dispatches from now on from the previous over. And as we mentioned in the bowling, it's always key that you have all your bowlers running very well. And the partnership between batting is as crucial as the partnership in the bowling. Cannot expect one from the other one end. From one end to bowl well and the other to ruin his own economies. And that's one thing you can't afford. Oh, flicked it. They were hurry for the second, and he has made his ground. Well, talking about FRCC is also a tough side. They've been a very good side, just losing once in the group stages and winning others. Well, again, not the best of glove work behind the stumps. From the reaction of the bowler, it suggests that it could have been a chance of a wicket. Mohammad Kaiser bowling really well in this over. Good introduction, unlike the others who have been welcomed with the boundary. Oh, an absolute jaffer, but he's overstepped, I reckon, and the umpire signals no ball. It will be a free hit. Oh, again, wonderful bowling. This time flat and quick, not allowing the batter to free his arms. This is a good comeback. Oh, this time he goes high. Has he got the distance? Well, the catch is taken, but I'm not sure if he had steal the runs, the non-striker. It was a pretty simple catch, very comprehensive. Well, there's a discussion between the umpires right there. After the long discussion, said that no wickets have fallen, and it stays 13 overs, 112 for 4. It's a no ball signal by the umpire. Another overstepping, so we'll be carried forward to the next over. So batsmen remain as they are. Well bowled right there. Well, there's plenty of vacant regions that they can exploit, and the singles and doubles are obviously on offer any situation. Oh, thick outside edge, and it flies. Very narrow of third man. So will be a boundary. There's one disadvantage when you don't have much fielders fielding out there for you. And when you have third man that wide, obviously the outside edge is going to come in play. It's been the unlucky spot, FRCC. Gets it straighter. Nice. It wasn't anything bad about the delivery. It's just that the pace and the edge that he took just flew like a trace of a bullet. Oh, that's edged and gone. Hostile bowling. So Samuel, after all of his hard work, who's been toiling hard, gets his first wicket of the match. And it's half. And it's the fifth for the Elite Warriors. Well, so far, apart from Arif Jamaluddin, it's been merely a cameo appearance from all the batters as far as they're concerned, not extending the innings as far as Arif Jamaluddin has played. And Sam Valley getting into double figures as well. But there's still plenty of time out there in the middle. The story of the last 10 balls, you could see that there hasn't been many boundaries or runs being scored. No balls has been the major factor of the runs. And it'll be Sendil Kumar. Wrapped on the pads. Big shouts. Umpire unmoved. Fabulous spell comes to an end from Samuel. You could see that the projected scores, the current is 8 runs per over. 165 is right on the cards. They'll be looking forward to finish it above that if possible. And if the remaining batters stay there till the end. It's Mohammad Kaiser who failed to get his wicket due to the new ball, or else it would have been a driving seat situation for FRCC. Once again, it's that region that they've scored plenty of runs. And I'm still surprised that if not placed someone right there to stop the boundaries. It's been pretty wide. And there's no fine leg as well. Oh, this time goes long. But has he gone high? Tries to still runs as he made his ground. Yep. Yes. Once again, finding the long on fielder. Takes a simple catch. Safe hands. So Senthil Kumar has to depart. It's the captain who couldn't lead with the captain's knock, has to depart early. It's 6 down for Elite Warriors, and it looks like a heavy collapse in the batting. No one could go further beyond the double figures and put runs on the board. But it looks like Arif Jamaluddin is making a comeback in the middle. He wanted to continue his innings where he left off with a bang. It's not just about the batting prowess that he unleashes, is also the way he plays, the technique, the singles he takes, the maturity and the temperament. He respects the good ones, just deals with the singles and doubles. And when there's a loose one, there's no two invitations about that. So Kaiser, who's been successful this over, this time he gets another catch, but umpire wouldn't check whether his front foot is away from the crease. This time he's fine. And looks like he's missed everyone. Yep. It's missed the stumps, it's missed the keeper's gloves, even the bat. It looks like FRCC haven't learned their lesson yet. No protection again. It's pretty surprising. This time carves it on the offside. Good cut shot. So it's the end of 15 overs. It is 125 for 6. 5 over remains, and there's still plenty of job to do in the middle for both the teams. 2 more wickets in hand for FRCC and Elite Warriors, the table toppers of Group A, have 125 in hand. They need to score more if they would want to have a formidable total. So it'll be the final over, the final spell from Samuel Alam. Will be just a single right there. Well, it's almost cutthroat for the bowler because yeah, there's a minimal amount of assistance in out there, as there's only 8 players playing, and when you have only 6 out there instead of 9, you always have to watch with your line and that's exactly what he has done. Not giving too much width. Again, bowling right at the fault stump channel. Very smart bowling right there. It's always the bowler has to put his shoes bowling and the power play. Wrapped on the pads and a run out chance. It looks like he wanted to go for a single right there, but just in time he makes his ground. A handful. This is good variations there from Samuel. One that beats the outside edge slightly back of a length. Then this time goes fuller, getting this to rotate the strike, having the set batter out, and the new batter who has been at the slow slide just scoring 7 of 10, where he has to accelerate. With balls like that, it's pretty hard to say to accelerate it from there. And only 2 coming off the over. Wonderful spell from Samuel. He signs off his 4 over spells with just 19 runs given and a wicket. Pretty exciting express fast bowler that we have seen this morning. No better treat when you have a fast bowler who can bowl Jeffers. And it's almost satisfying seeing the fast bowler getting past the outside edge. And he has done multiple times today morning. Incredible. It's been a drought of runs, it's been drought of boundaries for Elite Warriors. From the start they had, it was a tremendous start. The loss of wickets have really put pressure on themselves and not getting the runs on the board. As soon as I said that, has he found the fielder? Yes! Pressure has got over them. Well, Arif Jamaluddin, who has been electrifying throughout his innings, departs after finding the fielder at deep mid wicket. Fairly simple catch. Save as houses. Once again, Mohammad Kaiser gets the wicket. Perfect set of field. Having the deep mid wicket there puts one that had given slight an offer where he would want to sweep it. He knows that's a strength. So drop a little bit of pace right there, or maybe the ball just holding at the pitch. He gets a wicket. But nonetheless, it was a wonderful knock. Looks like the return has not given dividends for him. So the last batter, it's a simple one, and he's let it down. That would have been the end of the game. Well, the last man standing, Chandan Kumar, would have had his heart in his mouth right there and immediately changing the fielder. Maybe that's bleeding or has injured his finger on the process of catching. Oh, that looks very worrisome. Blood just oozing out of his hands. It looks very. Well, this is gonna get a lot interesting. There's been change, a substitute fielder for the man injured. Shots of catch it, yeah, but they can't as he has to take doubles. Well, in the traditional game, if the final man is out, it shall call all out. But here, till the last man. Oh, this time he goes long. He goes big. That's a six. It's short and flat. How many times have we seen that? This time, bowling right at the slot. Was no two invitations about it. Clears the field. They've been bowling at the same areas, but it's been very hard for the batter. 157 is possible. The coming overs, if they can do this. It's 133 for 7. It's last man standing. And they brought back Irfan Saifi. Again, a shimmy down the ground, trying to heave it. Bowler's very smart right here again. Not putting anything towards the leg side as they know. Heaving and just playing on the leg side is open, and there's a very big vacant region between deep square leg and cow corner. Anything right there is going to be a boundary, or there'll be a couple of runnings as well. Running for four is possible if the batsman is quick enough. This is good bowling right there, just targeting the off stump and the offside. Slightly straight, should get back for two. Good running. Batsman taking his time, preparing himself. This time he goes high, but it will land in no man's land. Easy. Easy 2 runs. I've always wondered why in the actual game, the man who's not out, why hasn't him been given any sort of chance to bat? But in last man stance, you do get. And he's castled. Knocks him over, trying to. It was a big heave towards the leg side. And Irfan Saifi has closed things here for FRCC, and 8 Warriors are all out for 137 in just 18 overs. 2 overs to spare, and all 8 batsmen have been sent back to the dugout. Beautiful bowling there by Irfan Saifi. He's deserved one. He's got two today. 2 for 37 to sign off his 4 over spell. So it will be an interesting chase by FRCC. They need 138 from their 20 overs, and the 8 batsmen have to be on their feet. So with that, the first innings comes to an end. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and it will be the resume of the second innings of this championship semi-final in the last man standing Malaysia 2025. It's the table toppers of Group A going against the runners-up of Group B, FRCC. The story in the morning is FRCC, who have been ruthless in the bowling, having their bad start to the innings, conceding too many runs, but in return midway through they evolved themselves and they were very they adapt to the surroundings quickly, getting a lot of wickets. Particularly those 8 wickets were really hard fought. Good line and bowling. It's just that maybe the deep fine leg region is where they would have tightened up and maybe saved a lot of runs. Apart from that, they've been really brilliant in the field, and so is the bowling as well. Only one drop catch which resulted in the fielder's hand being bleeding. Blood was oozing out. Had been said it was a really solid start for the Elite Warriors as far as is concerned, and led by the courtesy of Arif Jamaluddin with a wonderful 50, retiring and making a comeback, just posting 2 runs with the brilliance. Unlike FRCC, who introduced with the pace, it's a spinner that they introduced. Once again, line and length has to be precise as there's only 6 men out there fielding out for the bowler. So it will be Rajkumar Rajendran in the opening. Runs immediately. And a deep, a deep point, but from the delivery suggests that he's bowling not accordingly to his field, a wide delivery. The mindset here for Prashant Pawar and his team, he should be full-tailing the runs and using the spin effectively. Or should have been a better effort in the field. Easy 2 runs, maybe it should have been one. Prashant Pawar is not the most fastest of spinners. He heavily relies on his flight and line and length, which is crucial for the batter because not much pace being offered by the pitch. Has to do all the hard work in hitting hard. Unlike the previous drifting was going straight, actually. Drifting was going straight, actually. Once again, a lot of extras in this over. Have He has to get back to his rhythm. They can't afford too many runs in the opening stage. Well, it wasn't a roller coaster of an over, was it, for FRCC? Well, it wasn't a roller coaster of an over, was it, for FRCC? First ball was a boundary, guiding it towards third man. First, definitely not what you should be doing. Anyways, it's been a solid start for the batting side. FRCC scoring 14 without loss. A great start to this run chase. Well, it's the man with the bat has to do things with the ball. Arif Jamaluddin. Again, it's a spin combination, a spin partnership early. As you would be wondering why there's no man at short, well, there's a pretty simple answer. Field is a you can place your fielder as deep as you want. It's not like a typical T20 format where only 2 fielders are allowed in the power play and 5 maximum allowed at the end of the first 6 overs. So which gives the bat bowlers the advantage because As they only have six fielders, they would want to stop the boundaries as much as possible. Oh, well, normally a spinner as Jamaluddin Arif operates, he's been a pacer in this match or maybe throughout this tournament. He's not that steaming hard, fiercely fast bowler. He relies on the line and length. As you can see, this one wasn't too much of a pace. The line and length was good, a length where you would feel the batter being in slight discomfort in hitting. And so far, you could see that FRCC are not doing anything much. They're rotating the strike. Hint Fuller is trying to experiment, just play the tricks by randomly placing the deliveries in each length. Well, that's one of the ways that great fast bowlers experiment their batsman's weakness. Just randomly shuffling their lengths and lines and variating with their pace. Well, there was a slight drop in pace. At the same time, it was dispatched for a boundary right there. Wasn't the best delivery. It was an absolute loosener. Pretty effortless for FRCC as they're concerned. Runs are coming by easily. The previous over was the major contributing factor for the runs was the extras given. And this time around, it's the same one. After two good deliveries, the consistency isn't there. And it's a no ball called. Worrying signs here for Elite Warriors. Oh, that is struck hard. And a couple of bounces and the ropes. The fielder wasn't quick enough to respond towards it, but what a hit that was. Sound of the bat was so sweet. It's pretty inexplicable when you're not here, but that sounded real good. And this time, a good field placement right there. Finally, there's someone patrolling at the third man region. And Arsalan Shabir has got to a terrific start here, 15 of 7. His great form continues throughout this tournament with bat and ball. He's been the best batter. Oh, that'd be the outside edge. What a final delivery. Yet it's been an expensive over. Nonetheless, already 26 without loss in the 12, two overs. FRCC on the driver's seat in this contest. Well, you have to say that Arslan Shabir has been on the limelight and he's being the star throughout this tournament with the wickets and with the runs. Total of 137 runs in the past four matches, an average of 45.67. He shows how capable he is, almost averaging 50 per match. He almost gives the sense of saying that I would retire every time, and the bowlers wish he retires completely. And it will be the captain who has opted himself to bowl. Let's see what he can do. It wasn't the greatest of outings for him in the batting, and fielders aren't helping the captain as well. He went straight to the fielder and a slight fumble in the field, leading into two. It's almost that Elite Warriors are giving away the runs. Once again, the placement has been good for the batsman, knowing where exactly if they target, and they know that the interval when the time interval while the ball is traveling in the field, and for the bowler to pick it up or for the fielder to field it, it's going to be hard. As you can see in the previous one, it didn't time too well, but it was just enough for them to scurry for two, and they weren't running hard. Calculative risk taken. Low full toss. It's an absolute vacant region. Well, you can't be bowling right there to Arslan Shabir, a batsman with such caliber, bowling looseness like that. He will relish you completely. Oh, that one straight as an arrow. That's an absolute dead strike from Arslan Shabir. Right at the slot, and he has dispatched that. He has puppets, the skipper of Elite Warriors. Well, things aren't swinging their way at the moment, but a big swing from Arslan Shabir moves to 29 just in 11 deliveries. Wonderful. Oh, this one has gone high. Has he got the distance? Takes a simple catch, but he's dropped it. To everyone's surprise. Well, with the heavy head of the captain and the fielder right there. A calamity virus in the field. And Arslan Shabir moves to 33 of 12. A blistering innings right on the cards here. And Senthil, the skipper, finishes off with an expensive over, giving away 18 of his lonely spell. Well, it'll be Arif Jamaluddin again. Well, there's not been a fall of wicket as well. With these two in really good form, Rajkumar Rajendran and Arslan Shabir, you need something special to get them out. And they haven't find that there have been a couple of chances, but they have never capitalized on it. That catch at deep square leg should have been taken. He was right at the boundary edge, but he had failed to take that one. Instead, he slipped it, and it resulted in a six. And that was another chance going begging. Well, look at the last 10 deliveries. Just flowing with runs. One, couple of twos, and not occasional boundaries, but regulatory boundaries. Oh, try to implement the innovation, but it wasn't the right delivery right there. Slightly too excited, Rajkumar. He was. Well, it's been a good 5 deliveries from Arif Jamaluddin to pull the strings back for Elite Warriors. Nonetheless, it's 50 up for FRCC. It's a 50 partnership between the both. Arslan Shabir standing on 34 runs in 13 deliveries and 17 of 9. A run rate just going past 100 run rate stands at 13. It is almost as twice as what the Elite Warriors have been going in the past in the first few overs. On top of that, there's been no follow wickets. They've been really conscious and cautious with the shot they've played. They have a a great balance between aggression and caution. You could see when there's a good delivery, they're not in hurry. They're trying to rotate the single, giving both of them a chance to play, and very selective with their shot selection, playing according to the ball being offered. It was a straight one, playing straight. Very smart cricket played by Aslan Shabir and his partner Rajkumar Rajendran. Hmm. It's Venkateshwara, the opening batter, who had a really good start and he was playing really well until upon he found the fielder at long on again. That long on fielder was always busy for FRCC in the previous innings. And not just that, they've almost had 100% catch rate apart from the drop catch. What's coming around? And flicking it towards leg side. Fine leg fielder was vacant. He wasn't anyone there. There to be hit. Full straight once again towards his pads. It was easy pickings for Rajkumar. Oh, that's gone high. That's gone high. Fielder says, bowler says mine, and he drops it. That would have been another one. After the drop, both the batters were left stranded right in the middle, absolutely clueless on what's happening. It was pure communication, not the best of efforts taking the catch, but bowler had to do the hard work. Oh, there was a wild heave and it was up in the air, was airborne quite some time. Oh, that's gone high. That's gone long. That's gone handsome. Brilliant. A handfuler and he takes on. Absolutely puppet. This is Arslan Shabir for you. We just saw the trailer and this is the main. Again, he goes long. It's a similar region. And couple of bounces, it races away for another boundary. Things are just getting too easy for FRCC and particularly Arslan Shabir, who has been the finest in the field so far. After 5, it is 68. Absolutely brutal. Looks like change in bowling hasn't changed anything so far. There have been four different bowlers. Four of them have not broke the deadlock. He goes high. He goes. It was airborne, and no one is there to take the catch. That's one thing very tricky about this format is the field, the number of fielders you have in the field, and it's almost like a gamble when you're trying to bowl something, trying to bowl for like this one. If it was an actual T20 format, you would have someone at short mid wicket. You would have taken the catch, but instead, this is last one standing. You have to be at your feet every single second, and it's absolutely crucial to know that which delivery would really give the batsman absolute discomfort. It's been a rare coincidence, or to say so, that we haven't seen much deliveries traveling back to the wicketkeeper. Majority of the deliveries played has been bat on ball. Wrapped on the pad, but it looks like drifting. No, it is straight. Umpires has raised his finger. A wild heave on the leg side, completely missing this on this occasion. Partnership broken there. Mohammad Arif Jamaluddin, the savior, is the man with the golden arm who has been scoring runs, and he's taken the first wicket to break the deadlock. Rajkumar Rajendran, who's been playing second fiddle to Arslan Shabir, has to depart. While he was joining the party too, it looked like he was gaining some momentum and some form, trying to play freely, but it ends up nailing his own coffin. But it looked like it was going down, but the umpire says no, it's hitting dead on. But it was a very loud and long appeal by Arif, but it was successful, and some success for Elite Warriors. After a disappointing start, they found something that they could cherish about. So it's Jamshed Akhtar, the new batter. Pretty interesting to see that he's taking guard on his leg stump. Shows he's either the technique suggests that he's going to shuffle across, playing on the offside, or maybe trying to heave on the leg side. And not much of a field change. There's one long off. There's deep square leg. There's a cow corner and a deep mid wicket as well. Oh, that's a wide delivery. Absolutely unnecessary to bowl there with a field that has been very quick. It's been lightning quick. And with the pace that he exerts in the pitch, it kept low as well. That was always going to go to the boundary. It was right on the cards. These are free runs for FRCC as far as they're concerned. The chase has been going smoothly. Maybe they could have avoided the loss of wicket. Oh, another outside edge. This has been an unlucky end towards this over for Arif. After claiming a wicket, one that went behind the keeper of a wide delivery, and a thick outside edge that flew towards third man, just racing away. Yeah, it's a despite losing a wicket this over, it has been all Frcc so far. It's 80 for 1 after 6 overs. More runs to come by. Oh, cuts it off. That was elegantly carved away on the offside. And what a way to bring up a half century. One of the fastest we have seen. Well, applauses from the opposition. That's how much he means. He's been an asset throughout the tournament. 18 deliveries, just 50 coming of it. It's absolutely mind blowing. Well, the gesture suggests that he would want to play it over mid wicket, but he would take that four and he would retire as happy as you could. After that majestic innings, it will be Hassan Masood replacing Arslan Shabir. It's barely been double digits in terms of overs, and it's already 85, cruising towards the triple figures, just 15 away. FRCC have shown who's boss today in the field, in the bowling, in the batting. Bundle them out just for 137 being the lowest for Elite Warriors. Whoever hasn't been or hasn't lived up to their names of the team. Oh, that's much better. We haven't seen much of that. That at pace, a bit of a bit of movement of the surface. Well, Hassan has a very classy batting style. You could see with the way that he's driven it on the offside. Very firm with his basics. Nothing too extravagant about it. Just trying to get the momentum, trying to get the feel, which is always key for a batter. You don't want to start things in a hurry, and getting a big mix up or being haywire, just getting absorbing what the body can do. Look at that. There's nothing to be hurried of because the run rate is perfectly healthy for them. It's just 7 overs, it's already 87. More than 10 runs per over they're going with. And Jamshid Akhtar 11 of 4, the set batter. Well, you can't say it's set. He's just played 4 deliveries and he's got 11. Who could say who has remained long time at the crease with Hassan Masood, the newcomer. And it will be Anish. Change in the bowling as well. Field remains as it is, but maybe third man. It's a wide third man, a very very wide third man, having most deliveries, most loose deliveries or any deliveries being bowled straight have been much narrow. Just tickled away. Ooh. That's the delivery we were talking about. That has been the majority. That has been the area that have contributed the maximum runs. You could barely see apart from long on or the other regions being scored runs. It's particularly been the missed deliveries right there, like those missed everything and going back. Oh, that's a wide. Those are the free runs that FRCC are happy to take away with. Anish on the unlucky side. Certainly, if they've put the brakes on the pedal, but there's more things to refine in the middle for the bowling unit. Well, there have been a couple of outstanding performances, particularly Arslan Shabir, an absolute immaculate no. Just 18 deliveries needed to score 50. And that's a vacant region, a long run. Third man coming around, doing all right to stop it from getting a boundary. So it is 8 overs done at 97 for 1. It's gone high, straight to the fielder at square leg. And what could you say about it? It's pretty comprehensive from the screen. That should have been taken. It was coming straight. Didn't have to move an inch. Just had to have his hand save it. Again, another missed opportunity. This time he goes high and just about sail over. And that will be the 100. What a way to bring up the 100 for FRCC with a 6. Jamshed Akhtar joins the party as well. That's what happens when you have to pay the price of not taking the wicket. Prashant Pawar did all the hard work and he pays the price for not getting the wicket. That could have been a comeback to the game, but instead, that drop catch will really haunt them hard throughout the game. Jamshed Akhtar may be scoring more runs than this. This time again on the leg side. Couple of bounces in the ropes. Elite Warriors look slightly dejected in this contest right here. The body language suggests that they have lost confidence. Anything that Prashant Pawar bowl has been swept on the leg side, despite the amount of protection that he has. Jamshed Akhtar is on fire. Wonderful batting. That's a good comeback. Well, it's interesting to see that the table toppers of Group A has not lived up to the expectations in this high stakes semi-finals where FRCC have completely taken control over the game. And it's 110 for 1 in just 9 overs. Just 28 needed to progress to the grand finale of this Last Man Stands 2025 Malaysia. He guides it. Well, it's the lack of mix of the lack of creativity and maybe the change of variations, and that has let down it what is big time. And most importantly, it's out of the slot, and that has gone for 6 again. And wonderful batting continues. This masterclass from Jamshed Akhtar, leading the front after the departure of Arslan Shabir, who's gained his momentum and who's done the damage. But that's the thing. Maybe those drop catches would have been the turning point of the game. Instead, that has let them down. And this one even longer, even nicer, more handsome. He's in a hurry. Score moves to 124, and Anish could not believe what he's seeing. So, as you viewers, don't rub your eyes. Whatever is happening, it's reality. Don't let your eyes go away. And it's a wide delivery. Not the best of bowling efforts as far as Anish is concerned. Very expensive, giving away 2 sixes in the over and back to back as well. Well, a single will just do. He may have clipped the stump, but he's made his ground. Well, it's a carnage of a batting out there for FRCC. In the end of 10 overs, 126 for 1, just 12 required of the next 50 deliveries. He's 2 hits away from clinching. Oh, you wouldn't want to bowl like that. You would want to sign off or maybe give some fight back against the opposition, not letting it go easy. It's what your bowling coaches all often tell, and that has been pulled away, and that's another maximum. Solid technique, perfect balance, and the timing was supreme. He ticks all the boxes for technique and the power as well. Jamshed Akhtar knows that this game is within his grasp, and his team he's just putting his team on the stepping stone to the finals. Sensible. After a six, just trying to play it down, not getting over his head. That's typically what happens to batters when they're slightly overconfident and they lose their wicket. Well, recently in the Champions Trophy, we witnessed Shubman Gill, after that superb innings, remains quiet, silent till the end. Doesn't get too excited. And that's the mindset that you should have if you're not very confident in taking on. Because no one can be Sehwag, who scored a wonderful 305 when he scored that thumping six against Pakistan. And not everyone can be like him. No one is expected. It was too high. Well, this should be an easy two. Bye is given. And Jamshed Akhtar is just one away from a half century. He would be the third person getting their half century, and he would want to finish with a flyer. 3 runs away from winning. That cap low. That was seaming away as well. So, story of over number 11. It's 135 for 1, inching closer to the grand finale of the Last Man Stands 2025 Malaysia. So it's Said Musamuddin, goes straight. And Jamshed Akhtar is on strike. Can he do it? Yes, he goes long, he goes high. And that is the game for FRCC. They have won by a landslide. It has been them on the limelight. They have won this match without a sweat brushed away. And Jamshed Akhtar and Arslan Shabi leading their team to the front. And they are in the grand finale. Take above both batters. What a way to sign off the semi-finals with a six. He finishes off in style. Congratulations, FRCC have won this match by 9 wickets. Elite Warriors, on the other hand, they've done their best but couldn't just get over the line. It's been FRCC all day. They've shown who's boss, and they have deserved every bit to be in that final. They have shown their class in the middle. They have played their best to get in that. An impressive performance all round by FRCC. Well, with that, semi-final one comes to an end, and we'll bring you shortly live on the second semi-final, the championship semi-final of the Last Man Stands 2025 in Malaysia. Stay tuned. Hope you have enjoyed the first match. Thank you very much.